Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is just a technique video, and I'm using that beautiful, peaceful cabin stamp set. And what I'm going to do is I am actually going to stamp on our specialty cork paper. Now this cork paper has very open grain to it, and it's hard to get a good stamped image. But when we use our Stamparatus, it is perfect for that. Now I've taken the cork and I cut it out with my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and the scallop contour dies, and then I have a little template here so I know right where that goes. I have drawn around this template so I know if it should shift in any way where I need to place that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just place this down. I'm going to use my early espresso and I'm going to ink my stamp. And the cool thing about the Stamparatus is that when I ink and stamp on that cork, I don't get as even as ink as I would like to get because the cork is going to absorb the ink. I get a faint look. But with the Stamparatus, now I can go ahead and ink that stamp again. I am finding we need to ink it about 3 times before we get a real saturated deep color to our cabin. So that's my second time. Again, if it doesn't line up, ooh, that turned out pretty good this time, just with the second inking. So we're going to leave that like that. Next, what I'm going to do is I have grabbed and cut out with the dies on a Post-it note a masking. So we are going to set that masking right on top of that image, and I have on the other flap of, let's go ahead and get rid of that early espresso, on the other map, my Stamparatus, I have the trees. So I'm going to go in with my Evening Evergreen and I'm going to ink those trees. And because of the masking, let's make sure the masking didn't move. Oops. Get it back into that template that I have cut out. So I make sure everything's nice and straight. I'll move that masking just a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to stamp my trees. So the excess of the trees stamp is going to go on that Post-it note. And the trees are pretty good, but I'm going to give them one more shot of ink. I just re-inked my ink pads, so they're wet, which is a good thing with the cork, again, because that cork's going to absorb that color. But with that, we want to make sure that we let that color dry before we go working with it. So there we've got the beautiful trees and cabin. And then I want to show you the card that I made with that. I used the Stitch So Sweetly and did a little thank you. The wood grain in Good Taste Designer Series paper, maybe a little hard to see in the video. It's in the back, and then I've got the early espresso. Of course, then I took a scrap piece of that in Good Taste Designer Series paper and put it in the inside. But there is a nice masculine thank you card. Again, those masculine cards I'm really concentrating on here lately, and this Peaceful Cabin bundle is the perfect answer to my problems that I have with stamping masculine cards because I love these cabins. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.